Tsatsu Tsikata say on tiasie. Or see on tiasie. DNTia and up till now still 2020 election results yenim. Na ninina eye because of judges unanimous FC. Senya wamo a protected Jean Mensa. Na and this might sound tribalistic, but a yadibia yana encrophobia a bemino or moka. Omo monye ever for. Omo say adia bakwe ya no mumpe ewo ever for hu. Ene say e ya na yetwe asem mudodo. Na ya na encrofo kasa asem a meka tro mo ne say ye pe nokware no. Say asem ne ba na ehu ne say enye nokware na ewa asem ni mu a. You have no right to tell me say me twe asem ni mu. Tell me the truth and let me be okay. Me katre mo say me adia bakwa me get to talk onu any sa Supreme Court judges no adia bakwa me mfa ncho mo da eye protection a wo mo de ma eye Jean Mensa emra nanke wo say Jean Mensa eye county to Ghana for in the 2020 election petition na me de say Tsatsu Tsikata is also holding his grounds on that. Enra Melodies ebusi ni ba ko frame from UK utumi hu ne say Tsatsu Tsikata asem we a wo kan ye no ne ni agye ho ama o se menya na menya video mfa ho na mkata nso na ma plan se meye video afa ho but escape me na onu hu nti wa kan me kranti meye video afa ho. And this is the video for her. Melodies ebusi ni no frame no. Tsatsu Tsikata na nsen me mamoti ase say the University of Professional Studies program a wo mo anano. And o kan se bebre na me ba be ready dia wo kan se kufo eni ekufa do plan se wo mo de be ye no na dia ba ko san so kan ye election petition ye be consem ni mo ye be kenkan ni ahwe nsem a Tsatsu Tsikata nipa ba ko a won suro wo bia wo wiase mu ye Tsatsu Tsikata nipa wo suro ye nyamepe. And I like that me obi a what is no me feeling no rough. We are going into it. And then your first time or her subscribe and click the notification bell on so na we are now like a video no o like a video ya and then your videos be pre elebremo inti mo like a video ya all the other videos no e be ba beto front page na trese on stress wo ho. Now say renowned legal practitioner Tsatsu Tsikata has called out the Supreme Court panel that heard the 2020 presidential election petition, which was chaired by the then Chief Justice Kwesi Eninieboa. Tsatsu Tsikata, who expressed his displeasure while addressing the gathering at the honorific lecture and award ceremony held in his honor by the University of Professional Studies, Accra, UPSC, on April 15, 2026, said the court did not allow the chair of the Electoral Commission, Jean Mensa, to present testimony, even though she presided over the elections. Me see, Saadiena Omode it will forever in the history of this country. It will forever in the history of this country remind us of how not to be a judge. I'm not kidding you. It will forever in the history of this country remind us of how not to be a judge. Saadiena judges ni ye no. He asserted that the court should have allowed the questioning of Jean Mensa because of the many inconsistencies in the final results she declared for the presidential election, adding that their failure to do so was what got them the name Unanimous FC. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Now me see, dear ye me yakra ne say, Emra case ne kosono, people have forgotten. Tsatsu Tsikata ye nadwen say, obisa initial question. As someone ye katre Tsatsu Tsikata ne say, the time for cross-examination will come. Edusa will cross-examine Jean Mensa. Ye be ma kwani we bisa ne sa questions. This same judges who e kan so asem we tre Tsatsu Tsikata no. This same judges say do say ye cross sa asem we make kai na still e me ya. This same judges say do say ye cross-examination no. Omo katre Tsatsu so omo mpene. Tsatsu Tsikata say enya mwa na mudi nkan kadem say mo be mama ye cross-examination. Mo kadem say mo he ho na me mo say sa judges na etina 2020 election petition ne so no. No quarry a friend no quarry. But God will ask them. Nyankopon, sa de no mo ye no. Nyankopon be so mo one day. God will surely ask them. Sa de no mo ye no. Nyankopon be bisomo. Sa judges no. You know, they might think that Omwako scot free. Hey, some of them they will get their karma, but God will ask them that thing they did. I say, I found it sad. I found it sad during the election petition following the December 2020 presidential election that the expression unanimous FC became the name of our Supreme Court. The challenge to the declaration of results formally announced on 8th June 2020 by the chairperson of the Electoral Commission required a fair and just adjudication. It was not in dispute, but the figures of the outcome of the election that were announced by the chairperson of the Electoral Commission were corrected in a press release by the public relations officer of the election. Now, yatu abewe wa announce results ne ba no abro 100%. Ye kan ye ne ho a mo aba ye press conference as an so assessant result. Say it didn't make any sense. And no crano errors up till now. Ubisa say 2020 election results no. What is the exact result MPPD we need now? You are not going to get anything. So that time, now the lawyer for MPP for President Akufo-Addo. So that time, no the late Akoto Ampao. We all heard him in court. We all heard him. Now the microphone no. So that time, Akoto Ampao na ni pakra wo oye assistant amani ye Frank Davids. I stand to be corrected. Now the microphone no ever on. We all heard him say they can't use Jean Mensa's petition. Jean Mensa's results. Because Jean Mensa's results are inaccurate. We Akufo-Addo lawyer, ne pakra no odi as o chese oye Akufo-Addo lawyer. Ewo case ni mu. No oka, but no nim say the microphone no kra wo on. Not to say even the lawyers and the judges knew. Say Jean Mensa, the results are what they buy and they inaccurate. All the judges could have done the right thing for the judges to do that time, no, and they say Jean Mensa ambra ni mbisa ne questions ni hu nsem ni mu. That was the meat of the case. That was the meat of the case. And one na case ni wo, because Ghanaians were waiting to hear Jean Mensa. And then they see here man inaccuracy ne basa. So that we understand the case properly. And when na NDC for building one case, do what judges say, yeah, ma Jean Mensa mba. Hey, Mrs. Hade no. 6 years ago, hey, nasa come. Me try one mentias and say, but what at all is happening in this country like this? Like, seriously. Hey. Charlie. And the fact that today Jean Mensa is still the electoral commissioner, no, you know, this country is funny. This country is funny. Like, as a nice SNC John Dramani Mahama, Ghana won. Anyway, subsequently, the figures that were presented in response to the petition by the Electoral Commission were also different from what the chairperson had announced. The constitutionally designated returning officer, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, even though she had deposed to an affidavit verifying the answer of the Electoral Commission and was supposed to testify, did not testify to present the authoritative final figures, much less explain the ever-changing figures from the Commission. And I will say, Tsatsu Tsikata, all can same way in Nano. I wish that he's writing a book about it. You know, I wish. Say he's writing a book about it so that a Trimbaba Omubehu and the MPP, Supreme Court judge, and all presiding case your friend could see a nini boa. And the judges be a no mutina case him say, in Yama be a mo ye Ghana. Bonia wa mo ebo Ghana. So that people will know. Bonia and Krofu we di Ghana. He further indicated that, to date, the people of Ghana don't know the exact figures for the 2020 presidential election because the Supreme Court protected Jean Mensa. To this day, therefore, the country has no definitive accounting for the 2020 presidential election, in the face of evidence of a failure even to be in attendance at the process in the collation center at the EC head office. The declaration of results that she made was even more problematic. Unanimous FC was a verdict of the people on the proceedings in the Supreme Court, which shielded the returning officer from accounting to the people of Ghana. Nyankopɔn nhyira Tsatsu Tsikata. Asɛm wɔ kan yɛ ni. Ebusuafo book na that screen is on your friend the Ghanaian investor. Now this book is the most practical guide a ebetrel senior obe investi ewa Ghana ha. So we call Amazon now we search for book ebetrel senior obe to me investi ewa Ghana. Book we and address ebetwe ni tie say the leading book. Now, book we better how to set up an emergency fund. A lot of people don't know, but so to me setting up emergency fund that should be oba benya emergency be say waka say and I say any emergency situation be a wuhie sika biana, the emergency fund will come in and kick it for you. Book we better send your bit to me use systems Ghana ha. Now they are setting up emergency fund no. Book we better send your best setting up an insurance policy. Ya na Ghana for be brainano omum believe in insurance policies. Now so book we the companies, government approved companies omo numbers any bibia beto or atrel insurance policy was say or select abo ejuma e track record. Now sa insurance policy no endowment fund. Obianka say kokonya accident, but you need to protect yourself in a sense that ejuma wo ye no ukokonya accident ana boni bi kokoto na untumi nye ejuma krana e was insurance policy no it take care of you and your family. Book we better how to set that thing up ewa Ghana here. Book we better send you to me I start a personal pension fund. Eya na nkrofo bebre omo be ko pension wi a eya no mo ko ekrase because omosika sem enye. Now udi book we yechi numbers ebe ma companies ebe ma na wo fresh companies no mo tretre nsem ni so tre no mo tre osika wo say o de to fund demo every single month obe ko pension no na wada ne millionaire so unye millionaire krana obe ko pension no na wada ne millionaire uni how o man be da ne bed na ntu obi aso. Now the last part no and it's a book we bet show how to invest in the Ghanaian stock exchange. Osikeni bia bet show say if you really want to build wealth you have to use the stock exchange. Now, Ghana Stock Exchange, one of the best performing stock exchanges in the world currently. Now, se me pese me tretre stock exchange ni mu show. Now, what ya siye ya? Me assure se wa wutie me no, ebia one fan yogurt pen. Ebia na one Guinness pen. Se un fan yogurt and un Guinness da krana. Me assure se Unilever, we use omo product be pen. Se un use be da krana. Me assure se we the chocolate da. Se un the chocolate da krana. Me assure se at least we use be a Ghana Commercial Bank. We use Ebia Eco Bank and Access Bank. Now all these companies, they are listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange. If you invest in them, it means we are part owner of those companies. Into companies we a bit to say MTN every time we make sika because Ghana for air talk credits, Ghana for air year bundle. Into at the end of the year MTN for omo sika na we make here. Omo share omo ye owners and omo invest in MTN no mo sika no na bia yeden ababe so into obi biara wa invest in MTN shares bia no ubedi adanse ye se nanse ya 10th April MTN for tua oka ade bia friend dividends. Now dividends no it came as a result of you being a shareholder of MTN. Book we better how to invest in those things. Now eno ebetumi adane o passive income. Wonim say nkrofo use MTN but every year bia no MTN betua oka. A lot of people don't know this. This book is going to teach you all those things. Now say bia one person will invest in just one company krana ye wade bia ye friend no mutual fund, equity mutual fund. Book we better how to use equity mutual funds. Ebe ma mutual funds no the best equity mutual fund there wa Ghana ha omo numbers. Naturally, say what from no way to me set yourself up. So wo tie me na wo ba me shrew e wo say wo setting it up with sa book we to book we e ma wadanfo to book we e ma wo ho. So pe book ni bia to a number na eda eye book ni so no 055-807-4986 fresh a number no ofra book no version e be boa no ye de be ma o ye Ghana ni na wa brochure na wo pe book ni hard copy a eno ane so be call Amazon na wa search for the Ghanaian investor eba na wato oto a ye be ship book no e de abro montre mo adwo comment box ni mu.